Solutions, solutions. The time for talking has come and gone. Now is the time for solutions. It's time to start coming together. Stop fighting each other. Start supporting one another. Let's build our communities one by one. Build something for the future generations. Stop waiting for others to do for us. Solutions, solutions. Stop the talking and waiting. It gets us nowhere. It's time to start acting. Start loving each other, teaching each other, working with each other. Someday, we are bound to overcome our struggles. There is hope in solutions.
Let's take affirmative action.
No food to eat, man, that is crucial. But people keep on suffering, so crucial. With all the drugs in the neighborhood, and that is crucial. Your theories are never understood, but them so crucial. Man, it's crucial, crucial, crucial in Canada. Crucial, crucial, crucial in America. Crucial, crucial, over in Africa. That is crucial, crucial, crucial all over. Destroying the ozone layer is crucial. Polluting the environment, crucial. Them not check for human rights, so crucial. Would rather see us die, crucial. Yes, it's crucial, crucial in Canada. Man, it's crucial, crucial. My people, don't you know? Crucial, over in Africa. Yes, it's crucial all over. Crucial of not money, crucial long sound, relax. You've got to know what you're about because it's crucial in the east and man, it's crucial in the west. Not to dread, you have to try your very best cause it's crucial of not man, it's crucial long sound, relax. You've got to know what you're about because it's crucial in the east and man, it's crucial in the west. And not to dread, you have to try your very best. Crucial, crucial, crucial all over. Crucial all over.
Next one is taken off the album Impetus, also written in your city, in Ottawa. It's entitled Radical Reggae. Yes, right here, check it out. Come down, reggae is coming your way.
reggae, reggae. Me hydrolytic niggas say reggae, reggae, reggae in the radical way. This is the reggae posse, and it's coming your way. So tell me what you got to say. Well, 'cause it's the order of the day. So people want it. Reggae, reggae, reggae is coming your way. Listen, man, reggae, reggae. Is it say Ottawa? I wanna hear you say. Oh yeah. So what? In an Ottawa way. Welcome to rock with you tonight. I know it's gonna be alright. All the people, black and white. Well, now is the time to unite. So people wanna hear you say, reggae, reggae, reggae is coming your way. Say, it's here to stay. Ottawa, I wanna hear you say. Oh yeah. Say what? In a the radical way. Hey, hey. Reggae, 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 it's coming your way. I wanna hear you say, 'cause it's real this day. My people wanna hear you say, I just a reggae, whoa, reggae, 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 in a the dub man way. Hey, Dolly, fire! Yeah, man.
Reggae music come in a style of pattern. Ground up people while you hear this, you want. Make your hands up on the microphone stand.
Come on,
I sit
wave
up
your
and
hands.
them like a band champion.
Wave your hands. Wave your hand if you like that this you want. Wave your hand if you like that this you want. Wave your hand and say, Lazo, come on. Wave your hand and if you like that this you want. Say what? Reggae. Ottawa, you nice. Ottawa, you big. You big. Love you. Love you. Hometown, my hometown, Ottawa. Give them this ya reggae, but give them this ya reggae, but give them this ya reggae, no matter what them say. Give them this ya reggae, give them this ya reggae, give them this ya reggae, no matter what they say. Like it or not, give them this ya reggae, give them this ya reggae, no matter what they say. Whoa, whoa, reggae, 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 reggae. Reggae, 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 it's coming your way. Reggae, reggae. My people wanna hear you say, get out of radical. Hey, come here, oh.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Mocha Productions Solutions. This evening we're going to be speaking with an artist, a Dominican artist as it is, from who's now based in Canada. His name is Lazarus JnoFinn, better known as Lazo, and of all things he has won the 2000 Juno Award for Album of the Year, which is Heart and Soul. So now we're going to introduce to you Lazo, and just talk to him over the phone, have him tell him about himself, and just find out what he is up to right now. I understand some very new and exciting projects. So, hello, Lazo.
Hi, how's it going down in the Queens there?
Oh, very good, thanks. Well, we'd like to congratulate you on your award for last year.
Thank you very much.
You know, how is Heart and Soul doing?
Well, actually, Heart and Soul is doing very well. It did very well, and it keeps on doing very well, you know, and I'm in the studio right now doing the follow-up to it, so it's all looking very good, yeah.
Okay, well, talk about pressure. If you just won an award for one album, how good has to be the next one? You know, really good.
Yeah. Well, you see, I try not to put too much pressure. I mean, it's my life, and that's what I do.
Right.
And it's my work, and I enjoy doing it, you know, and so I try not to put too much pressure on myself. I try to enjoy the process more than get pressured by it, you know?
Yes, yes. So let's just give Dominican audience and also the audience at large who watches the show here in Queens, give them a background about yourself. You're from Dominica.
Yeah. I'm from the village of Castle Bruce in Dominica.
Okay.
You know? I started my career with a band in Roseau, actually, because I went to the technical college out there.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I graduated, we formed a band called Black Blood, and we had a minimal success with an album called Congo Natty Dread, which did quite well. It had a song called Pompeido and a couple of, which did quite well.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's been quite a while.
Yes.
So from then, things would happen because the band broke up because of personnel differences and stuff, you know. So then I got an opportunity to come to Ottawa, Canada, to join a few of my friends who had a band up there.
Okay.
This was way back, I think, in 1980s. Quite a while, yeah.
Yes,
so I from then, that's how I got to come to Canada, actually.
Okay. One thing that I noticed, and it came up in, I think, 2 or 3 of the articles that they've written about you, is that, I don't know if it's a direct quote or if it was the writer's interpretation, but they made mention that you felt like an outsider, even at home and abroad. Can you just give us a little light on that?
No, I think this was the journalist. I think she. This came from the National Post or something.
Yes.
I think that's right.
Yes, that's right.
Right. It's good. Yeah, it was she. Cause I mean, she thought. I mean, because at the time, I think when I did the interview, it was. I didn't know I was going to win the Juno. I knew I had a nomination, but I didn't know I won the Juno and stuff. You know. I think I was in school that time too, and so she came up with. She thought because I said I didn't feel at home in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
That was my argument. I said I didn't feel at home because even among those you think that are your brothers and stuff, you still don't feel at home.
Yep.
So I guess that's what she took it to herself.
She interpreted it a different way.
Exactly. You know, she took it to herself to say, okay, well, if I go back to Dominica, I'm still not going to feel at home. You know.
Yes. Because it's, you know, I brought it up only because, you know, these articles go around and people read them for what they see in front of them. And it's good to have the artist explain exactly what he meant by it.
Because one has to be very careful because you never believe everything you read. You have to be very critical.
Absolutely.
About the thing you read. You know?
Absolutely.
And I want to say one more thing about especially, I mean, I just spoke about about the Jamaicans a while ago, but even back home in Dominica too, we have the same problem there.
Oh, yes.
Because even, I mean, for example, there is this Creole festival. I've been trying to get on this festival for quite a while, and for some reason, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they want me to come home to perform, which I think is very strange. Maybe they think because I'm doing reggae and the Creole festival, it's about Creole. But I mean,
but it's Dominican talent, though.
Exactly. You know, it's all Creole. I mean, because Creole isn't just a language. Creole is really a culture. It's not just a language. You see.
Yep.
So I mean, so even reggae is a form of Creole because it's African rhythms with English words and stuff like that. So I mean, it's all Creole, you know.
But even I think if my memory serves me right, the last the last year's events, they had a night of either reggae and rap or like a combination of reggae and rap.
Exactly.
So
and it had
why wouldn't you
reggae
fit in?
bands.
Yeah, why wouldn't you fit in?
And I've been trying. This is the third year I tried. After I spoke to who's he's Eddie Tulo. I think I spoke to him.
Right, Eddie, yeah.
I sent him an email. He said, okay, he's going to let me know at the end of June. And I haven't heard anything from him since then, you see.
Because, yeah, they said, I mean, it's coming up really soon in
I know.
November.
I know. So that's what I mean, you see, because, I mean, we don't appreciate our own. And, I mean, you have to appreciate your own, because everybody else appreciate their own.
That's
so why
so
can't we
true.
appreciate our own?
That's so true. Because you'd be surprised. We have a show here in Queens, and it's amazing to see how, you know, we're so quick to tell everybody to go watch Survivor and you know, the other typical fluff shows on TV. And so seldom will they say, why don't you tune into Channel 34 on a Wednesday night to watch a Dominican program, Solutions? You know, and it's been so many years that we're on the air, and still people are saying, oh, I didn't know y'all were on the air.
Is that right, eh?
Or they'll call you like 6 months later, is your show still running? You know, like it's because they're not watching, it's not happening. You know, we have a very diverse audience, and that's why it's good when we talk to artists from Dominica and the other islands, especially the smaller islands, because our audience is not only Dominicans. Our audience is over 250,000 people throughout the Queens area.
Right.
So we have and people call in from all different walks of life who watch the program.
Okay.
You know,
I
so
see.
this show is not going to be seen by a Dominican audience. You'd never know what producer or what artist entertainment personality is going to be looking at it.
The show.
And then they get in touch with us because we have our phone numbers up there and our contact information. They get in touch with us, and then we pass that information on to the artist. We've interviewed a number of people from Dominica. A local doctor, he's Dr. Montgomery Douglas from Portsmouth. He works right here in Queens. He has his offices here in Queens. We've interviewed him. We've interviewed a Dominican artist by the name of David Wilson. He paints anthropomorphic art, which is a very, very different form of art. And actually, we have a few pieces right here in the studio at home. And you know, people continuously watch the program, and all different types of people call in the station. They call the station to have the program aired again. So you never know who's going to be watching this tape.
Correct, yeah.
Yes. So one thing I wanted to ask you, what is your style? I mean, I can just read it off of the papers that I have here, but I'd rather hear it from you. What is your style of music? Because I've seen here a couple of them have mentioned that it incorporates a bit of Bob Marley and Peter
Jazz,
Tosh. Yes.
Zouk and all that. Well, my style,
how would you call it?
I call it Lazo style.
Okay. Good. That's good. That's original.
Well, you see, I mean, you know, we Dominicans, I mean, we grew up on everything.
Right.
We listen to from the Beatles all the way to Mighty Sparrow. You know what I mean?
People forget that.
Exactly. So so naturally, this influence is going to be evident. It's going to show in your music. So I mean, so why I chose the reggae medium? I mean, I think with the other forms of dominant Caribbean music like calypso and even zouk and stuff, I think it's nice for dancing and it's kind of fast, right?
Right.
But I think what I want to do, I think I more want to, because as I told you, I'm into politics.
Right.
You know, so to me, it's a message I'm trying to bring out, and I think with the laid back rhythms of reggae, I feel more confident expressing myself through that medium.
Yes.
So I mean, but I mean, I use the reggae medium, but naturally, I mean, if you listen to my records very well, I mean, you're gonna hear zouk, you're gonna hear calypso.
It has a bit of everything.
You hear everything in there. You know what I mean? But you see, what happens? It's very difficult. I mean, because most people like radio stations and stuff, they want to pigeon you and say, okay, yes, you're reggae, yes, you're this. I mean, I could have a zouk sound now, I could have a reggae sound now. I mean, to me, it doesn't make it's not that of a difference.
Right, and for them, it's confusing because they can't put you into that little box.
And that's what they want to do.
Yeah, you're not R&B, you're not reggae, you're not exactly this, you're not exactly that. So you're your own kind of music.
Exactly.
But still, it's really interesting to see that, if you look at it too, look at the history of calypso. Initially, calypso was a way of storytelling.
You're right.
It was a lot of message in there was a lot of message in the song. Remember in the 60s and 70s, I mean, that's dating myself, but back then there was a lot of politics in calypso. I mean, it would ruin a government.
I know, especially in Trinidad.
Exactly.
Actually, a professor of mine from the University of Toronto gave me an album with like 20 songs of it was in the early 60s. It's all political commentary, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
But exactly, that's what's happening with the reggae thing right now. I mean, no disrespect to the dancehall and stuff, but that's why they're pushing the dancehall on the airways right now. That's all you're hearing now is the dancehall, you know.
That's right.
And to me, it lost the real edge. And what people like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh were dealing with social commentary and stuff. So I try to keep that aspect alive, you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So how in tune are you with the politics going on in Dominica right now?
Well, I went home last year. I mean, it's my opinion. I mean, everyone has a right to decide his destiny. I mean, that's actually I'm just reading a book of John Stuart Mill there dealing with liberty and utilitarianism, like, you know, happiness and stuff for the individual.
Right.
So I mean, I think everyone has a right to decide his destiny. But I mean, I think Dominica is a beautiful country. To me, I mean, I've been to many countries, and I think this is one of the best in the world. And I think it's not very populated. I mean, I think we have a wonderful country if we could unite as a people
and bring it together
and come together. I mean, this whole thing about the party politics, I think, is very destructive. I think let's try to get the best heads on the country to take care of the country's business.
Yes.
You know, and to me that's not about freedom and labor. And to me, this is nonsense. You see, and once you have this thing, you're gonna have problems. Because every party is trying to bring down the other one so they can get in power.
That's right.
So I don't know. I think we should really come together and try and take care of the country's business. Make sure the less fortunate are being protected, people's rights are being protected in the country. And we have natural resources galore. You know, we have the land. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, so, and look now we're into ecotourism.
Exactly.
You know, we have one of the best whale watching venues
for rainforest and all these things. You see. So I don't know. I think we should try to really protect what we have and not sell it away to tourists and foreigners and stuff. And let's try to take care of what we got down there. You know.
Right.
So I want to help. I want to help to do that sometime in my life. You know.
Well, you know, it's really tough when you look and you see that there's an entire generation of us who left the country, and we went to further ourselves, and hopefully, you know, with all good intentions, and a lot of us, I think, feel the same way you do, we can all return home and do something. Before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
Because we don't want with all this passport selling and all of that, you know, all the foreigners getting involved in the running of the country. Yeah. We don't want to be strangers in our homeland when we do return.
Yeah, you might be surprised when you go home. The door is almost locked before us come and lock the door on you and tell you can't come in because I bought this belongs to us now, you know.
Yep.
So I think we should go back and be go home and be stewards for the country, you know. Let's protect the little piece of land they took us from Africa. At least we have a little piece down there. I think we should go and try to protect that.
Yes, well, that's good to know. That's good to know, and I really, you know, hope to see you get further along in that respect, get more involved when the time is right.
Yeah.
You know, get more involved in politics.
I'm going to go home this year to just survey the situation, check the scene out, and see what's happening down there. Talk to the few different parties and see what's happening. But I think I'll be down there in October. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. In one of the articles in the Toronto Star, they wrote the headline is "Lazo returns to Indies roots."
Oh, this was quite a while. Yeah.
Yes, quite a while ago.
You know, this is quite a while. You know, because what happened? I just told you about the rock reggae sound I had when I decided to
switch
leave the
over.
band. That's what they were talking about.
Okay.
That's what this whole article was about. I returned to because it was sounding very European, Canadian, American, sort of pop rock sound. I didn't want that because to me, you see, music isn't just about making some money. If it's just about making some money, I could do many other things to make money.
Right.
I think music is a vehicle for social change. So this is what I want to use it to do.
Okay.
Not just to be. I mean, one has to survive.
Okay, so you know, this has really been an interesting conversation with Lazo over there in Canada, and we'd like to thank him for being on the show with us via telephone. Hopefully, one day we'll have you live.
I hope so. I hope very soon too. Yeah.
Yeah. And just before we wrap it up, can you just tell our audience what's in store for them?
Well, yeah. First thing, I like the audience to know that they could check me out on the web, www.lazomusic.com,
Okay.
Again, www.lazomusic.com. So at least you could know when I'm going to be in your area and stuff like that. And then actually on Thursday we're heading out to Michigan because we're concentrating on building up our reputation in the States right now, like Chicago and Cincinnati, Detroit, and these places.
Okay.
And also during the summer, like we're going to be doing a few shows in Canada, like the Canadian National Adi Exhibition, and in the capital of Canada, which is Ottawa. We're going to be performing a few shows out there. So I guess we're going to be quite busy for the balance of the summer.
That's good. What is the name of your upcoming album, or have you named it yet?
Actually, I haven't named, but I'm thinking of calling it the possibility of Children of the Palm Race.
Palm Race.
PALM, the Palm Race. This is actually in ancient Africa, the Zulus used to call the Africans the children of the Palm Race.
Okay.
So, yeah, so
that's deep.
Instead of saying the African race, they call them the children of the Palm Race. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we wish you all the best with that. I mean, after 2 Juno nominations, 1 Juno award.
Actually, it's 3 Juno.
There you go.
Yeah.
3 Juno nominations and 1 Juno award. We just wish you all the best, and hopefully with this new album, we'll see you winning another award.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we'd like to thank you for being on, and hopefully when you do come to New York, you give us a shout.
Lovely.